Starting off tonight, nearly 50,000 University of California academic workers are still on strike. It's one of the largest work stoppages at an academic institution ever. And here's how we got here. Student workers at UC Santa Cruz went on a wildcat strike back in 2019 and 2020. That means they struck without support of their union, according to the LA Times. Now, the union is the UAW, or the United Auto Workers Union. This week, 4 bargaining units banded together to organize for the strike going on right now. The major UC strike across all campuses started back on Monday. There's been very little movement towards a deal, and without academic workers, it's difficult for professors to get grades in on time, hold office hours, and conduct all that research. So in tonight's Main Point, Becca Habegger went down to UC Davis and spoke with some who are striking, along with a student explaining the impact that this is really having on campus.
Whoever says going on strike is a drag isn't wrong.
We have this drag show out here that was just planned by the math department. We have the food that was all organized just by our members.
Emily Weintraut is a teaching assistant and grad student researcher here at UC Davis. She's one of hundreds of striking higher education workers and those standing in solidarity who gathered on Hutchison Intramural Field Friday afternoon, sending a message to the administration.
We're just trying to get something that matches the cost of living for wages so that people aren't rent burdened, people aren't living in their cars, people can afford housing. I mean, this is a public institution. It's supposed to be for the people, by the people, but it's putting their people in worse conditions than they were when they started.
She says people are making the most of this strike, but they'd rather be back on the job.
I'm feeling empowered.
Diana Cernas is not only a teaching assistant and grad student researcher here, she's also on the bargaining team for UAW 2865. She says she has seen progress this week, but adds it only came after her union authorized a strike following months of fruitless bargaining.
Seeing the strikes come to life behind me and across the campuses, across 11 campuses, that is truly historic. That speaks to the power of the people.
She says improving working conditions and pay for higher ed workers is a matter of equity. It's hard to live off their current pay without financial support from, say, family, she says, and many don't have that privilege, opting to pursue their academic goals over having a decent standard of living.
And for folks like me who don't come from generational wealth, I'm first generation and I identify as a Chicana. We know what it means to fight for what we deserve, fight for a better future.
But what does that fight mean to the students of UC Davis?
I feel like it is for a good cause.
Ria Claire is a freshman here who says she supports the strike, but admits the effects have been noticeable on campus this week.
I support them. I support their actions, and I feel like they should be compensated for the work that they do. But I mean, it is affecting our education as a whole. We can't get help as much anymore. It's difficult to reach out to professors because they're trying to handle everything. For example, my bio lab, my professor had to teach it instead of TAs, so they have to fill in those slots.
She hopes for a resolution to this strike, and soon.
I wish they get what they're asking for, and I feel like things should go back to normal as soon as possible.
I would absolutely love for it to be resolved next week.
And Becca's here with us now. Becca, what is the University of California saying about all this?
Yeah, the University of California didn't have someone available for an interview tonight, but they did email us a statement saying, in part, they continue to negotiate in good faith as they do everything possible to mitigate the impacts of any strike on student learning and their research enterprise. Negotiations continued today and will over the course of the week and the holiday weekend. They say current university proposal would set the standard for graduate academic employee support among public research universities. They note that graduate student employees work strictly on a part-time basis while earning their graduate or doctoral degree, and that compensation is just one of the many ways in which they are supported as students during their time with the university. Now, the university also tells us at this time they believe that the best path to an agreement is with a third-party mediator. They believe they can achieve a fair agreement with the UAW.
So no end date for the strike quite yet?
No, not quite yet. And of course,
sorry, I was hesitant to ask you.
Yeah, no, and what these students on campus told me as well is they're looking ahead to finals coming up. So while they told me they and their peer group support the cause of the strike, they, know that their finals are coming up. They want to be academically prepared for that, and part of that means having access to their TAs, to their professors.
Yeah.
So they're kind of, they support it, but they're also worried about their own academics. So they're between a rock and a hard place as well.
Yep. All right, Becca, thank you. We appreciate it.